Experiment 2, we look at dominance and trustworthiness. When somebody is showing that they are trustworthy and warm and just somebody that you can trust, basically, they're showing that they're nice throughout, and they're showing that it's just somebody that you don't really have to think too hard about their intentions. So basically it was still a recency effect, because in the beginning people weren't having to think what are their intentions, is this person blah blah blah, So basically it was a recency effect, because by the time the slideshow was over, they were like, oh, well, that wasn't bad. So that's what they took away from it. And that experiment did overall show a recency effect, and they used the 3 different attitudes throughout the conversation, the slideshow, and basically the end emotion of dynamic expression had a strong impact on the trait ratings. So overall, the recency effect was the dominant trait. All right. For my second article, there's another testing the theory slide, and basically people wanted to see how the primacy and recency effect had an effect on monitoring how people drive. So the study basically shows, or the method that they used was, they had participants. There were 2 groups of participants, and they were basically given 2 videos, and one video had a near collision with another car earlier. The near collision was earlier in the video, and the second video they had a near collision, but it took longer for it to happen. So they viewed a simulated video, and they basically asked for critiques and stuff like that during the video, and it showed that the primacy effect was more dominant, because, well, for the people in the first video, they were seeing bad things happen right from the start. So basically they were already looking for where the driver was messing up. They were already nitpicking different things that they were doing. And then the people in the second experiment were using more of the recency effect, because there was more of a build-up in the driving, and there was less to maybe nitpick, because they weren't maybe thinking as hard about what was going to happen. But the second experiment showed more of a recency effect, because the collision happened later, and that was what they took away. As contrasting to the first experiment, people were already looking for issues. But this experiment definitely did incorporate personal factors to what people think is good and bad driving. But overall, each of those experiments showed different results in the end. So basically, my conclusion for the primacy and recency effect: timing is important. So basically, beginning and end is when you want your most hard-hitting information to be incorporated, especially in a presentation maybe, because the middle, people can maybe drift away from you. You want to for the experiments, I think there needs to be more studies done on it, but basically, when they would say their results, it would be most people tended to. So it still does incorporate the people's opinions and personalized things. So it's kind of hard for it to be factual and actually proven. So that is my last slide. Thank you so much for watching.